with the wonderful Matt Watson, the absolutely delightful Tim Morris, and now we're joined by a dear friend of mine, Anita Tyndall. How are you, Anita?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So, I'm the owner and director of Neuroaesthetic and Wellness Center over in Sterling, Virginia. Anita, tell us more about your business. What's its name and where are you
So
guys
I
located?
have so I have my own clinic at Millsboro, Delaware. It's Saltwater Integrative Wellness, and we are specialists in hormone therapy, aesthetics, and alternatives to Western medicine.
That's cool.
Awesome. And Anita, I'll briefly tell you about Tim and Matt. So Matt is the marketing guru. He actually does our marketing for our practice. So that's what Matt does. And then Tim is with Bazaar Bunny. I guess Tim is senior with this studio. They do a lot of our creatives, and they do a lot of very funny. Yeah, they can do all kinds of genres. They do funny or serious, but they're quite
Yeah.
good. They're quite good at creative ads, short clips, videos, and we've been working with both these guys for our marketing push. And yeah, Anita's a dear friend of mine, guys. So me and Anita, we go back. We go back. I think we go back during COVID. Is that how long we've known each other?
Yes, yes, exactly.
4 years. I think 4 years we've known each other.
Yeah, about 4 years, correct.
Yeah, 4 years. That is correct. So Anita and I both worked together at the hospital during the good old COVID days. And then we both eventually drifted into aesthetics. We actually went to a conference together. And after that conference, we started our respective practices. She's in Delaware, I'm Mulder in Virginia, but we've maintained our friendship. And she's very big in the hormone game. So I thought, man, this is the person we want to bring on today as our guest. So welcome.
Good. We're gonna show you some ads today, Anita, and let you comment today. We'll show you what we're doing.
Anita, the first question that
Absolutely, and
Tim,
I appreciate the opportunity.
yeah, so the first question that we had, so Tim had this question. We want to know more about the deer. Did you use hormone therapy to make a human into a deer?
No, not on that, not on this one. A little later in the show, we'll show you one that we did use a little bit of hormone therapy on, and it's another means of deer on steroids.
I was just thinking if you're doing like transitions from human to animal, how popular is it?
Oh
How good
my
is it for your
gosh.
practice?
Well,
I want to see the
I think
safari room.
it's pretty popular among guys if they could get bulk up like an eland from a deer.
Or you make a man into a bear. I mean, that I can't imagine the marketing potential. But okay, cool.
There's such a thing as like, can you use deer or elk testosterone? Is that such a thing?
I don't know that it's honestly been tried. That might be a little strange and a little
Tim,
on the border of ethical.
Tim, the last time somebody tried deer testosterone, they ended up behind Anita on her wall.
Yeah, that's what happened. I still want
So
to
ha-
see the safari room, Anita. We want to see the safari room.
Well, Farhan said we're going to wait till the end of the program, so we'll have a bit. We'll have a bit. We'll have this anticipating of a big gigantic reveal at the end.
Okay.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, we'll do it then. Perfect. So Tim, I guess you wanted to show some ads for us. So yeah, you can take the floor. Show us some of the ads.
Yeah. So I think what we've been talking about. We talked about last show is that there are really like four types of ads now in this new AI world. You have the traditional standard brand equity ads that we're all familiar with from TV and from constantly being spammed on our on our computers and phones, right? What we just call
Right.
commercials. And then you also have UGC, which is just another form or user generated content. So it's when the ad imitates real people talking and engaging about a product. Okay. But then the other area is using AI or generative AI to create internal communications in your company or with your vendors or your supply chain, right? And then finally, we have what's called microdrama, and that's the fourth area. So we are now we're about a month and a half in with Dr. Q's what we would call his full funnel campaign, which means we've started developing branding commercials for front of for his top funnel, which is just initial introductions and conversions, and now we're rolling out in the key categories, which are right now melanin, a melanin safe laser, and hormone therapy. Those are the two key categories, male and female. Now we've done branding commercials, so we can look at those, and then we've started doing the supportive UGC. So that's what I wanted Matt to kind of share, and it is working really, really well. And so we're trying to figure out the pace right now of how many UGC ads to post each week, and how to best position the branding commercials. So Matt, maybe you can walk us through and kind of show us the difference. And Dr. Q, you tell us which ads you want us to share first.
Okay. I'll tell you. My favorite. My favorite was from our hormone pack. I love the one of the little guy trying to open the jar. That was the first one that we did together, and I really
It's
like
so
that
dark.
one. It is dark, but that's why I like
It's so dark.
it. You know what?
All
All the
right.
dark videos that I liked tended to get the most views, by the way.
They do actually, yeah.
They do. So, I mean, I might know a thing or two, my friend.
The Christmas one was pretty dark too. That was pretty.
Yeah, and that still has the
Matt, what do
most
you
views,
think?
by
What are
the way.
your favorites? Which ones are your favorites, man?
I really like the mariachi one.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I still show that to people, and I have not had somebody never laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys posted the game show video yet?
Not yet. We will.
Is
We
it
will
up
do
yet?
that next week. No, not yet. We're
Next
gonna do
week?
it next week.
Okay. All right. So
Matt,
which one do you guys
do
want to do first?
Do you have the video of the little man?
I'm trying to get logged into to Google Drive here so we could pull them up. Sorry, I've been having problems with Chrome all day today. It keeps crashing on me.
Yeah, something's going on with Google kind of globally. So YouTube isn't
actually,
playing for you. You don't have the.
So while Matt's doing that, I can maybe share my screen and show you guys
Okay.
the
Yeah, let's do
original
that.
ad
And
the original ad that set us up. So here, let's do this one here.
so I would just go to YouTube, go to Bizarre Benny, or you can go to your own. But
Yeah. So this is the ad that we did together. This is what started all. Our
Happy
collaboration.
holidays. What an inspiration you both are. 200
Small.
pounds in 3 months, but I'm going to catch up.
My doctor said, how about one more cc? And I said, how about 10? Okay.
Show us from the beginning.
Happy holidays. What an inspiration you both are. 200 pounds in only 3 months, but I'm going to catch up.
My doctor said, how about one more cc? And I said, how about 10? Okay, everyone, try to smile, or at least look alive. Perfect.
I gotta get a better gig.
You, Nancy, have the absolute best genetics. It's like you never age.
so I couldn't. It was really choppy for me to see. Anita, was it choppy for you?
We can't hear. I think you're muted. Anita, I think you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. now I
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah. Sorry, you're muted.
Okay. So I had seen it previously over the holidays on Furhan's social media platform. It's super funny. I do enjoy it, and it does keep you interested. And being that I'm a provider in the same field, it's so realistic. It's absolutely it's realistic in the comical sense. That this is real life, and this is how people sometimes are portrayed.
Yeah, I think I think that what I was going for like, I had this concept of like a very over the top like dark Christmas party where everyone's not looking that good, but they're all complimenting each other anyway.
Right.
And it's kind of that's kind of what we got. But I love the ending. For me, the favorite part for me was the ending where she's complimenting the the lady at the end. She goes, "Oh, it gets skin so good. It looks like you have AI." It was a very cheeky reference because the whole ad was AI. Actually, nobody was real on the ad. They were all AI. So it was kind of a
Right.
cheeky reference. But that's what started the partnership, and it was just awesome. We had so many views, and even now, over 98% of viewers who saw that watched it towards the very end. They didn't skip it, according to the YouTube analytics. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. I think we have a few good ones there. So that was the inaugural one,
Yeah,
and
and
of course
actually,
this is Matt's favorite right here.
I was gonna say,
Do you
Dr.
want to
Q,
watch
one
it?
of the cool sorry to interrupt you, but one of the cool things about the ads that Tim and his team done, of all the ad accounts I've managed with videos and stuff, it is extremely rare to get almost everyone watching all of the video
Correct.
in its
Correct.
entirety. It's very incredible.
Yeah, and I want to make a comment towards Tim and his team's good work. We paid some people who are pretty expensive, and who work with some very large profile people, including celebrities. We paid those guys, and you know, the average viewer was still dipping off about 50 to 60% of the way. We weren't watching it, but these are the only guys who have clinched a formula where the average viewer is watching like more than the average or majority of the viewers, almost 100% are watching towards the entire end because they want to see it. So it's kind of cool. I just want to play one more from my side, and then Matt can do what he wants. This is Matt's favorite actually. We're gonna do the mariachi one, okay? Okay, we'll do the mariachi one. Actually, I like it too. It's one of my favorites too. It's not that I don't like it. I like it too. Hold on, where is he? There he is.
That's a fantastic ad.
I just love that.
Another one that Tim and his team have done recently that we started exploring, one for the HRT, was the HRT for women, where you have like the alien monster, it's like tearing down the
Oh yeah,
city.
is that
That's a good
did that
one.
get done yet? Tim, is that done, or were you guys still working on that?
It's done. Yeah, it's been up for about 2 weeks actually. So I don't know if you guys are
Okay,
running it yet, but
we haven't right. We can premiere it. How do I? Here, I have to find the link. John had it. We can premiere that one, but that one's really good. 1 second.
I think you got to show your favorite though, our Chucky-esque.
That's one I like.
Nail.
Okay, actually, hold on, Matt. I know. Can I go first? I wanted to show the little man opening the jar.
course.
That's
Let's do
just we can do that one. Then we'll do the women monster here. Which one? The problem is, okay,
So these are all, again, these are brand equity commercials. They're Target. They're about the product. The whole point is to get them to enjoy and watch the entire video. Because when people do, go ahead.
Actually, hold on. I'm having trouble finding. Oh wait, here it is. Wait, that's me. Commercial series. Do you know which one it was? Was it?
You can just go to our YouTube channel, Bizarre Bunny Studios. YouTube.
Oh, you guys have it.
All the
you guys
videos
have
are
it over
there. Yeah, it may be easier to play it that way, Dr. Q.
Bizarre Bunny Studios. Okay, here I'm at your guys. You guys are putting my videos up there. Okay, that's fine. Oh, there it is, a pickle jar. Okay, hold on.
So share your screen, hit play.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna share it. Okay, ready? We're gonna. Okay, this is my favorite.
What's
from the
this?
From the Hormone series. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, and here we go.
Baby, I swear, it's not what it looks like.
That's funny, because it looks like you were about to open a pickle jar.
I was just trying to help.
Give me the jar.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
Give me the jar.
I don't know if we can handle this.
It's so dark.
But it's so
one
true.
of my one of my medical directors at this hospital I work at, she has a little daughter. I sent her the ad and she loved it so much. Her daughter is like only I think 4 years old. She's like the daughter kept replaying the ad over and over again because she enjoyed watching it. I was like, what's funny is when I was a kid, we saw that movie, Chucky, Child's Play, and I was petrified of dolls that looked like that. But the new kids don't know what those horror films were, so they don't see how scary it is. But they thought it was funny. But yeah. And then, Tim, do you guys have the video that Matt was referencing to on your thing with the woman hormone ad?
Yeah, it's on their site. You want me to screen share?
Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, you just go to it's under healthcare playlists, I think. You go to the playlists. Oh, it's right there. Anxiety. It's right there.
Anxiety.
See the green anxiety down there, right there at the bottom left.
I see it. Okay. Let's play it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Have you tried hormone therapy?
There we go.
That is going to kill when we run it.
That's
Yeah,
really
that's
great.
gonna
So
kill.
we've actually debuted two videos. We haven't shown that.
Well, go, Dr. Q, go to the UGC playlist and pull up some of your UGC ads, because the ads that you're showing, just from a timeline perspective, so people understand it, we generally get an idea from you. We have the rough draft within like 3 days, and then the video's done within 5 days. Every single time, and sometimes faster.
And that's the impressive part. You guys are so fast at it. Here, let me find the UGC. So here's the UGC folder.
Yeah, but the UGC ads we can produce 3 a day, no problem. And that's really where I think as we begin to discover where UGC is getting you the most leads and the most conversions.
Okay.
I mean, that's the nice thing.
I'm gonna
Playlist. It's under playlists under Bizarre Benny
Yeah.
Studios. Yeah.
Oh, you guys have it on your website again?
Yeah. Go to not on a website, but go on the YouTube channel, and just
Sorry,
go to
okay.
playlists under our
Playlist.
channel.
It's gonna be under comedy, or it's under
UGC, user generated content.
it's under healthcare and veterinary.
No, it's under user generated content. Do you see the user generated content playlist?
It's simulated.
Stimulated, yes,
Under
simulated.
veterinary.
Okay, hold on.
Look,
This thing's not
we're
working.
talking about humans, not deers.
You're gonna like this, Anita. You're gonna be like, "What the heck? There's no way this is AI."
I'm trying to find the one with the horse. To be honest, is it on here?
No, we didn't put it because nobody likes it.
No one likes it. Okay, I really liked it. Okay,
No.
that's fine. Okay.
I told them to put it up there, but they always, when they don't like something, they don't. Yeah, nobody liked that video, Dr. Q.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You have it on your file. You can put it up. That's funny. If you got Dr. Carroll, or what is it, Dr. Dr. Carter. Got to see Dr. Carter. And then the women who are talking about hormone therapy. That stuff is really good. The Washington D.C. interview is a really good one too, Dr. Q.
What is it?
The male
What were you saying?
Washington D.C. interview. Yeah.
Where's that?
It's there.
One? There. The How's Your Energy by 2 p.m.
Yeah, that
Okay,
one.
this is the
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we don't see your screen.
Oh, you don't see it?
No.
Oh, you know why? I turned sharing off. Hold on, excuse me. God, we're so old. Here we go. This is the one. Okay, we'll do it again.
Scale of 1 to 10, how's your energy by 2 p.m.? Honestly, like a solid 4. I'm running on 3 cold brews and pure anxiety. So, like a shaky 2.
Man, by 2 p.m., my back hurts, my knees hurt, and I'm ready for the recliner. Have you ever checked your hormone levels or tried HRT?
Hormone therapy.
Can we check our levels?
That sounds like a crypto coin.
Stop settling for average energy. That's why we built Noor. I'm Dr. Q. Click the link to book your spot. Let's get you back to peak performance.
What's the sexiest thing about a man's physique?
When he looks like he can actually go a few rounds.
Rounds of what?
Use your imagination, stamina, energy, all of it. I'm not trying to be with a guy who's gassed after 5 minutes. Like,
Hey, I'm Dr. Q. We're
This is a good
downtown asking men what they actually think about hormone therapy.
Honestly, I don't totally know. I think I associate it with getting older, not in a bad way, just that phase where your body's not doing what it used to.
Yeah. Like, is this just me now?
I mean, yeah, I have thought about it. It's more about energy for me.
I suppose that it's subtle. You don't notice it right away.
And how are your energy levels by, say, 2 p.m.?
Yeah, I'm pretty wiped.
Yeah, by 2 p.m. I'm basically running on caffeine.
Yeah, I would. I'd consider it. I actually have a friend who's on it, and he seems to be feeling pretty great.
Cool. So Anita, all of these I think you can tell, these are all, I mean, you can't tell really, but those are all AI. That's not Dr. Q. That's just us. We took an image, made a model of him. You're on mute, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, where did she go? Did we lose her?
No, she's still in the chat, it says.
I can't see her.
So, Dr. Q, how do you like those? To be candid, I show those videos to people all the time, and they love your interview videos. And you just kind of put the scripts together, right, with the team, didn't you?
Pretty much, yeah. We just kind of work together what ought to be said. Guys, do we know where? I don't see Anita. Do you guys see Anita anymore?
I don't see her anymore, but it says she's still in the chat, but I don't.
Okay, hold on.
I don't see that her video's on.
Anita is hidden. How do we unhide her? Okay, there it
There
is.
she is.
Back.
Yay!
Sorry.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Hi. So, I absolutely love it. And, just kind of taking Dr. Q and Tim's bizarre antics a little bit. One of the things that I talk to especially my male patients about is getting boobs, man boobs.
Yes.
And how many men do we see start getting man boobs? And we all know, as our guys get older, they get really self-conscious. All of a sudden we go from tight t-shirts to button-up shirts to baggy shirts and so forth. So just some, a little bit of food for thought when you're looking at the IA in questions, about fatigue with men and stuff, just a kind of like a runoff that could be also used.
I like that.
Yeah, you actually
You could do a really fun ad about that, actually.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same. That'd be.
We could get really dark, Dr. Q.
Actually,
Oh,
you bring up a good point. I mean, that is a concern. I have had a few men mention, I'm scared of going on hormone therapy because I can get quote boobs. Um, what
wait a
I
sec.
guess
Wait, you
Exactly.
do hormones? You get man boobs from hormone therapy? For real?
No,
there's a slight
no. So it's actually the opposite. So what happens is as testosterone drops, estrogen climbs in men. And that's what produces boobs, right? That's what women are estrogen dominant. We have boobs, okay, or at least most of us. Um, and that's what happens as a man's testosterone drops, his estrogen level rises. And same with even if you're doing testosterone therapy, if you're not suppressing the estrogen from conversion, because testosterone will convert to estrogen, that will,
correct.
if you're not
That's what
on
I'm
an
referring to.
estrogen suppressing drug, you're going to tend to have more emotions. You're gonna have those monthly outbursts, just like a woman having her period and so forth. You have to suppress the estrogen in men.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
crazy.
So basically, what Anita's referring to, we have an enzyme called aromatase. So even if you're on testosterone supplementation, there's excess testosterone. This enzyme is naturally there. It can convert some of the testosterone to estrogen. So even though you're on hormone, you can actually, hormone replacement therapy, you can still technically get boobs. The solution, you can take certain medications and enzymes that inhibit that enzyme from converting the testosterone to the estrogen to avoid that. And actually, what one problem is, let me ask you guys a question. If you see a guy with man boobs, how are they really man boobs? Like, what is the definition of a man boob? Do you guys know what is a man boob? What's a man boob?
Well, are you talking from like a clinical standpoint, like
Correct.
gynecomastia, or
Correct. Okay,
I know
so
what's
so
up.
so, so you're exactly, so Matt already knows what I'm talking about. There's gynecomastia, which is essentially man boobs, and then there's just they're just the guy's fat. How do you know the difference?
Uh, well, it's clear in men between a guy who's chubby who doesn't work out and a guy who has actual gyno, because gyno looks literally like boobs on a guy.
I disagree.
Right.
Okay.
I disagree. It can be misleading. It can be misleading. The only real way that I have found to tell the difference is going to be touching them. Fat has a certain texture. Those who have gynecomastia actually have increased areola sensitivity, and they have a different glandular feel when you're touching them. The fat that you're going to feel from the boob will be this from the breast will be the same as it is kind of in the belly. There's a certain texture. So ultimately, it's not just appearance. It's going to be the feeling of it. Now, I don't want
Dr.
you
Q.
guys going. I don't
Dr.
want you
Q.
guys going so
I'm with
far
you. On
and
this.
diagnosing people
Dr.
in
Q,
person.
I gotta
Just
ask
being
you. The whole time you're talking about this, I'm thinking about the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin, when they ask him about boobs, and then he's like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
the
they
bag of
feel like
sand,
warm sand, And then
bag of
they
sand.
realize, warm bag of sand. So is that what you're saying? It feels like it's like if your man boobs feel like a warm bag of sand, you've got it.
Exactly. Hold on, let me check off 1 second.
Oh my gosh, where'd Dr. Q go? Oh, he's got
He has to answer our phone.
somebody. It's the FCC complaining about the show. We're in trouble.
Hey, Anita, quick question for you. So when you're prescribing HRT for men, do you often give an aromatase inhibitor, or is that kind of per person?
Actually, it is per person. Especially like the older men, depending on where their levels already sit, versus the younger man. The older men, you got to be really careful with prescribing the aromatase. I usually use a combination of like an finasteride combo, so forth. Just one or two or three pills a week, not an everyday situation, because we still need some form of estrogen, both male and female, for bone health, for brain health, so forth. Um, so we don't want to completely suppress it. So 90% of my guys do get it, but I find it's more in the guys under 60 get it more often than the guys over 60.
Let me ask you something, Anita. So Dr. Q's been, both teasing and bugging me for about a month and a half or 2 months now. He's like, you should get on testosterone therapy. He's like, you fly on out here, we'll get you tested and all that kind of stuff. So I went to the doctor and got my testosterone checked, and I got the report yesterday. And I said, well, where am I? He said, oh, you're mid-low. And he's like, you're in range. And I'm like, well, what is mid-low? And he's like, well, 300 to 400 mid-low. You're at 310. And I'm like, okay, is that good? He's like, it's fine. It's all right. And so then I talked to my friend, and he's like, dude, that's not fine. You're supposed to be 700 to 1,000, man. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, well, that's weird. But I did talk to the doctor, because I was like, well, if I wanted to get a higher range, into a higher range, he's like, I recommend, number one, you quit smoking, because that is killing your testosterone. He said, number two, you've got to get back into exercising, you got to sleep well, and you just got to eat well. If you do those 4 things, you're going to see a very significant bump. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I should probably do that before trying to do a supplement. Does that sound right to you guys?
So 90+% of what I'm finding is providers such as primary care and things like that, they won't even test hormones in men or women. And when you actually ask them why they won't, it's because they'll tell you, if I test it, I don't know what to do with it. So they're going by what the lab says your normal should be. Okay. Yes. As we get older, the levels on everything across the board goes down. However, think about this. When we're born, our thyroid level is over 30. Okay. When we get older, they say, oh, you should be under 4. Well, no wonder we're dragging and we're couch potatoes and things like that. We have literally depleted all our energy levels, and they say, but you're old. Lay down, fall asleep. That's it. You're dead. That you're useless. I agree with the second person who told you. I always tell my guys, we want it 800 to 1200. Again, depending on age. My younger generation, I tell them, like, I got guys who are coming in right now that are younger than 30 with testosterone levels in their hundreds. And that's why we're seeing a lot more of these cardiac injuries in sports players. These guys are coming in, they have low testosterone. We need testosterone for our heart as well. Testosterone gives us energy, it gets rid of that abdominal fat, but they find that we do need a little bit of testosterone to help protect the heart. So we're seeing more and more cardiologists looking at testosterone levels in both men and women and sending them to get hormone replacement therapy.
Wow. Jeez Louise, that's fantastic. Matt, what were you saying?
Exactly. So
My
there's a
tea's
lot
low.
of data right now. No, Tim, I think yours is too high.
No, I just told the guys you were gone, but I told them I got to test it because you guys kept bugging me. You kept teasing me, and I got the results, and it was 310 yesterday. So and I was like, the doctor said, if you want to up it, quit smoking, sleep better, eat better, and exercise. That's what he said.
Exercise is probably one of the best natural ways. But I want to tell you a story. I once had a guy, you're not going to believe his level. I couldn't believe it either when I met him. He was a former client of mine. He comes in, he's jacked. He is fully jacked, like not even 1% body fat. He's crazy fit. He did weightlifting in the morning, alternating with jogs. Then he did like mixed martial arts training in the daytime, and he was an accountant. No body fat whatsoever. And I was surprised to see him, like, man, you look like you have too much tea. Why do you think you have a testosterone problem? I'm tired, I'm burned out, I'm having low sexual drive. I'm like, well, that sounds like tea, but you physically look perfect. I checked his testosterone levels, and you're not going to believe it. His testosterone level was like 105. I was like, oh my goodness, this doesn't match the body. Usually when you expect someone with such a low testosterone, you're expecting very overweight, tired kind of guy. But no, he was jacked. You know what though? I mean, I thought about him. I think probably his problem was I felt personally he overtrained. He was doing marathons, he was doing this and that, he was doing so much. I personally felt he was overdoing it, and that's why he was in trouble. And that is possible. You absolutely can overtrain. Overtraining can paradoxically harm your testosterone levels, and that's what I think happened in that gentleman's case. So other reasons that people can have, in general, we have a problem right now. Men today have lower sperm counts and have lower testosterone right now than they did even 40 years ago. There's data showing this decline. The question is why. There's theories that it could be anything from plastics in the water to environmental. We're discovering now that all these wonderful plastics and the certain chemicals we were putting on our cooking ware are actually causing problems in terms of genetics, increased rates of cancer, hormones, metabolism. We're learning that now, and some of these little compounds, especially those like PFAS, those forever chemicals, they call forever chemicals because they don't disintegrate. They actually might be causing this destruction of the Leydig cells, which help produce testosterone in men. So there's a lot of problems. Obesity itself can reduce your ability to synergize to make testosterone. That's one problem. But then the other problem is we have a lot of environmental factors out there all around the world that are causing men to make less testosterone, which is devastating. Of course, sedentary lifestyle. Your doctor was right, Tim. You want to work out. Exercise is a natural builder of testosterone, but you can't overtrain like my former client did. You can't overtrain. Overtraining is not good. Severe stress. I think we're all stressed out a lot these days. We're hyper connected, both to work, social media. Stress itself can raise cortisol. That can also decrease testosterone. There's also sleep deprivation. Everything lifestyle wise is linked to each other. So these are things like it's combination of environmental that are beyond our control. I can't control that my tap water might have forever chemicals in it because the government didn't know at the time that these are bad. There's even some theory that maybe decreased sunlight and vitamin D deficiencies may have a role that are being investigated. So that's kind of problem.
Dr. Q, let me jump in. I want to hear what Matt's thinking over there too. 'Cause you were taking way too much airtime there. You were.
Sorry, but I was doing too much education. I may be inappropriate, and I may talk about men, but I'm still a doctor. I want you to know that.
Yes, you are. You're awesome. Well, Matt, come on. What are you thinking? Then let
my Chat GPT medical degree here is no comparison to Dr. Q, but I agree with what Dr. Q says. You can definitely overtrain. I had a problem with low T at one point. It was down in the 300s or so, but growing up it was always in the 1500s naturally. And then as I got older, it went to crap. But also I was drinking a lot of beer and eating like crap. Got all that fixed. So right now I am on HRT, but it's right around like 1300 now. But I get a lot of sunlight. I work out. I eat a lot of eggs. I typically eat between 6 to 8 eggs, like whole eggs a day. And I try to reduce my stress levels. This isn't good, but I don't drink anymore. And I think a lot of that, not that I was like a heavy drinker, an alcoholic or something. I'd like to go out with friends and drink some beers and, watch UFC and stuff. I cut that out and I feel fantastic now, except for the balding thing.
Yeah.
Other than that.
Well, the testosterone unfortunately may contribute to it if you have the but you know what though? Who cares? You're jacked. You have a Roman gladiator body. That's all that matters.
Hey guys, I have to go right now, by the way, so I'm gonna sign out. But much love to you guys. So,
likewise.
And Anita, I want to watch the podcast. So show us the Safari Room. All right, I'm gonna watch it afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, bye guys.
Tim's out. But I want to caution you on one thing, Matt. I think a lot of people, and this is a common problem. A lot of doctors are wrong on this too. When it comes to what is the right amount of hormone, I mean, Anita can speak to this as well. The lab reference sheets are not always accurate. You know, every time we do labs, whether we're checking your blood level, your potassium, your sodium, the lab gives you a reference range of what it says is a normal range. That's not totally true with testosterone. Maybe 300 appears low on the reference list, but it's right for that person. In fact, I've had cases myself, and I'm sure Adita has. We have some guys whose testosterone appears normal. It's 400. It can't be that low, but they're symptomatic. The decreased sex drive, brain fog, fatigue, and the moment you give them a little bit of tea and get them to just 900, 1,000, they're a world better. They're a world better. They're like, oh my goodness, my life has changed. I'm not depressed or anxious anymore. I feel that they feel more confident, euphoric. You know, the numbers can be misleading because we have had people out there who are, you know, 400 or 500, which is not that low, but they're symptomatic. And likewise, we had that one patient who I told you about. His level was only 100, but he's jacked. He's very strong. He has no body fat. He exercises, but he still has other symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, all those things. Anita, what do you think?
So, you know, some of the big key factors is, like you said, it's symptoms. You know, do they have joint pain? Do they have back pain? Do they have fatigue, inability to perform, or even, you know, one of the big things is teaching the difference between low T and ED. That is where even the basic provider who does not seem to understand. You know, I have had so many people, men, come to me and say, well, my doctor can give me Viagra. Well, that's great. That treats ED. ED is erectile dysfunction. That's because you've gotten blockages in the small little arteries, and that's the first hint that we're going to have some heart problems if we don't start eating better. That's a precursor. Okay, has nothing to do with low T. Low T is your ability to get a nice large hard on. Okay, not just be, you know, and sustain it. It's not just from a pill that turns your face bright red, and if it doesn't go down, you gotta go to the hospital and get your thing cut, right? So, but it's also treating chronic back pain. You know, I know several men have said, "Man, I don't feel bad anymore or fear that my back's going to go out putting on my socks." And I feel fantastic. I got energy today. I can get through a whole day without taking a nap. Um, you know, it's things of that nature that also make a difference. You know, I have women who all of a sudden want to have relations with their husband. Even AARP did a study saying that most divorces happen when a woman turns 55. Why? Has anybody looked at that? I personally went to the doctor. I said, something's not right. We got to check my hormones. He says, you're fine. You just suddenly are depressed. Really? I suddenly just got depressed because I had, you know, some female issues and so forth. Now I'm just depressed. You know, my testosterone for a woman, I was less than 3. And, you know, I probably should just, you know, lay on the bed or the couch and just forget about life, you know, and that was in my 40s. So, you know, hormones are so underestimated in what they do and what they treat. We need them for everything.
Yeah.
One of the things, Dr. Q, you brought up that was a really certainly important, and I check it on every patient, is cortisol levels. You know, cortisol can deplete hormones. Absolutely. 9 times out of 10, it's an easy fix too, over-the-counter medication.
Cortisol is a complex subject. I don't know if it's that easy to fix. It can be kind of misleading. Yeah, but you're right. It can cause devastation. But you know, I want to make the comment. You know, and maybe you can agree. Why do I feel like hormone therapy, testosterone therapy is always the elephant in the room? You know, everyone is chasing. I feel like everyone is chasing the symptoms of it, like poor sex. So they think, okay, Viagra, or low energy. I must be depressed, or I have a thyroid issue. The thyroid's negative. Well, I'm just depressed. Then no one seems to want to just come out and say maybe I have a hormone problem. And I think this is probably the fault of the medical community. They were so scared about the potential of a blood clot or a heart attack or a stroke, they just didn't want to go there, and were instead focused on symptom control versus treating the underlying problem. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about that, Anita?
So I kind of touched base on it earlier. I don't know if you were away for a moment, but that is very, very common. I actually, I've had several patients say they've asked their primary care to check this, and they kept pushing them off. And no, we don't need to do it. And same with me. My
Same
provider
here.
did the same
I
thing.
admit I
And
used to do that
finally,
too. I used to blow it off. I admit, me too.
yeah, and finally, one of my patients, spouses said, I don't understand. Explain to me why you will not check my hormones. And the doctor said, I'm going to be completely honest. And I absolutely respect this doctor for doing this. He says, I can check it, but when it comes back, I don't know what to do with it. And that's the problem, and that's, heart doctors, cardiologists specialize in heart. That's why we become a society of you go to a specialist. Healthcare is not always under one umbrella. And like you and I doing integrative medicine and hormones and things like that, we've done the training to become specialists in this field. It's not a class that's a 6-hour class that you're going to learn and treat appropriately. I see, fly by night trainings out there all day long. I've had providers talk about fly by night, training. You need years of training to understand hormones, and it's always evolutionizing and learning, and we're always learning together.
Yeah, and you're right. I think the problem in medicine is there's always a struggle to find the greater truth. We don't want to recommend something that doesn't have much evidence. There's a struggle to find the truth. But I think one criticism I have of medicine, especially COVID hurt the reputation of medicine. I think we were so dependent on a society or a group or the government to provide something that we believed it was almost divine, and it cannot be wrong. And this is the truth. You have to do this. You have to do that. And then subsequently, you found out actually no, that's not true. This does not work, or this does not actually like hold up, because we have these theories that we think are good. Then we have to wait for the data to come in, and then the data's not always there. But I'm kind of glad that the current government has actually taken off the warning for estrogen therapy. For the longest time, it's through my medical school and residency, they had it ingrained in our head. Estrogen therapy automatically means blood clot, heart attack, and cancer in women. Bad, bad, bad. It automatically means that. And that's because they're basing it on those world the World Health Trial or whatever in the 90s, and that was not accurate. I mean, it was a mistake, and we're walking it back now. But there's a lot of snake oil out there. There's a lot of people right now who are promoting things that don't have much scientific basis. But I think more and more doctors are going into integrative medicine for that exact reason. Maybe all these medical societies don't have all the answers. It's not that it's wrong. It's just that it's not complete yet. We don't have it completed. We haven't finished all the studies yet. We haven't waited for all the outcomes yet. Just because the truth hasn't revealed itself doesn't automatically make it a lie. And I think this is something that's going to take time for Western medicine to evolve to. On that note, Anita,
Yeah,
show us your safari room.
Absolutely. Now hold tight here. Hold on one second.
Yeah, and Doc, to your point, I'll say something from a non-medical standpoint
Sure,
because
please.
I have no medical training. Is yeah, when as a man, if you're feeling down or anything like that,
Yeah.
everybody's like, it's testosterone, it's testosterone, it's testosterone. It's like, okay, well, is it right? When I got my T checked, when I was feeling down, it was still up in the eat something.
Correct.
So
So given it's that high, I would say it could be something else. But there's a lot of men who are in that 300-400 range, and the doctor says, "Oh, your testosterone is not low because it's about 400. It's above the reference level." But that's not true. They are symptomatic. You have to ask them the questions.
Yeah.
How's sex life? How's your, when you have these hormone deficiencies, especially testosterone, you're symptomatic. Anxiety levels go up, depression go up, and now the doctor is giving these guys SSRIs and Valium. When if they got T, you could have skipped all those other drugs and actually protected him. But there's nuances to everything. My favorite in the hospital is they come in, they're like, I have ADHD. Well, why? I have trouble focusing. So because you have trouble focusing, you've automatically concluded you have ADHD. Then when you interview them further, you find out, you know what? Based on your history, you actually might have bipolar disorder, or you actually might have depression or generalized anxiety disorder. Sometimes what you think is the problem is just a symptom of something greater. And to this day, I think that now there's more understanding of hormone therapy and the need to look into it. But there's a lot of doctors out there who want to play it by the book and just diagnose the problem as the problem by itself, and not look at the overall holistic of the person. Okay, Anita, go ahead. Show us your animals. Anita, go ahead. We can't hear you. Okay,
I
there
think
we
I've
go.
lost my mic.
There you go. I hear you now.
All right. So this is an eland, and I call it my deer on steroid, and that's my bird that you're hearing. Sorry. They get super excited when they think that somebody's here to see them. So I don't know if you can see. Can you see any of this?
I see them. So were these real animals that you've done taxidermy on, or these were just replicas?
No, so these are actually things that my husband and I took in Africa. And most of it we actually did try and eat. The kudu, the wildebeest, things of that nature. Super fun. And, I can tell you, it's probably it's the most lean meat I've ever seen. And very, very natural. So, yeah.
Which part of Africa, which country did you guys hunt those animals?
Yeah, let me just say, all these were taken by fair game and by bow.
That's amazing. Okay, guys, I have to run. We're gonna conclude this time, but this was a lot of fun. Anita, how was it for you?
Oh, it was great.
So, Matt, how was it?
I always enjoy the Star Second one. I think it's fantastic. And Anita, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You too, absolutely. For Dr. Q, I will certainly shoot you a couple messages, and
Sure.
thank you guys for including me.
Thank you.